Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. Today we're going to make some Party Next Door style R&B using Analog Lab. So in here I made some presets. We have new packs coming out. This one's called Euphoria, but it's going to be a bigger package. But anyway, this one's called, and you guys will get the project files for free. So this is called E-Piano 7 OVO Dark. And if you play minor ninth chords omitting the third, you get a nice Drake sound. So let's slow the BPM to like 120-ish. Let's start at 120. Let's record. So we're in the mindset of like slower R&B, which is around 60 BPM. We're at double time for the trap vibe. So we're going to record this chord here. And again, you guys will get the project files for free. So it's D in the root note, and then you're playing A minor up top. So basically, it's a minor ninth chord. You're just leaving out what's called the third. Play really like that. All right, so at the end I played F major 7. So I played F in the bass, A, C, E, and that basically created an F major 7th chord. Let's quantize these notes. Control Q doesn't quantize anymore. That's weird. In FL Studio, just letting you guys know, Control Q now does something way different. All right, so I don't know why they made so many changes in FL25. It kind of F's up the workflow, but you guys look at the project files for free. So let's go to playlist. We just have this for 16 bars. So now we need some kind of lead that we can send through a reverb. We're going to pull up an Analog Lab sound that I've already customized for you guys, so you don't have to do all the work. But again, we have multiple packs coming out, so there will be in the bigger pack. So let's create some kind of lead. Let's actually take a bass. Let's start working with this bass. So the bass is just going to play the root notes, and then we'll play a lead in the style of bass. All right, so at the end, I forgot we changed the bass. So I'm going to just manually change these root notes. So what I was doing with the bass is just adding fifths in there to try to create more movement in the bass. All right, so here we're just going to follow the bass, which is F. Let's go down. So it's F, E, and then D. This might be too low, so let's pull this up actually. Let's hit Control up. F, E, D, here we go. That's going to reinforce the chord. So because the chords are playing so many notes, what we can do is make this unique and basically just take out the bottom notes here so they don't like clash with the bass. So let's take all this out. And now the bass will determine the chord types. Let's take all these root notes out. Actually, some of these we need. So let's kind of eyeball it. Let's take out that very bottom layer. Actually, no, we don't need any of these. I forgot we have the bass. All right, so let's take those. And now the track will feel more open without clashing those chords. right, so one more thing about this specific bass. Let's go inside the plugin itself and let's adjust some of the portamento speed. So we have to go to advanced so we can adjust some of these parameters. Let's go to monophonic and portamento. I don't think we have a glide speed on this one. All right, so I'm looking around to see if there's a glide speed. Oh, here it is, portamento time. Let's turn this up. So that's more of that woo, like Drake sound. Okay, now let's look for a lead sound from the packs that I've created so far. And again, you guys will get the project files for free. Sorry, my son is so loud in the background, y'all. All right, so we just need a sound that we're gonna either pitch bend. All right, so let's use this sound here. We're gonna record this in. So I'm just playing the root note of both chords, D to A. So I'm gonna fix these notes here, and then we're gonna send it through a bunch of effects. All right, so now we can send this through some kind of delay. Let's hit Control L. And one way we could do this is to send it through a reverb and use only reverb. So we could use any reverb here. The main thing is just turning it all the way to 100%. So now it feels like a backsplash sound. We could add more delay to make it more blurry sounding. Now for this sound, I'm going to add a little bit of a low pass filter, just so it's not going to take over all the harmonics. So now the sound is pushed to the background. All right, so now we have the main instruments. We can start adding rhythms. For this vibe, you don't want to go heavy with the drums. You want to be very lightweight. That's why they use like percussive stuff. So we're going to look for hand drums and stuff that's lightweight and not so heavy, like trap sounds all the time. Let's go to Lunch 77. We're just going to pick from random kits. There's no one kit. This is a bunch of kits I've collected over time. We're looking for some kind of hand drum though. So let's use this sound here. You guys look at the project files, so it's boom, ta, 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 ta. Let's record this in though, by hand. So it has a velocity to it. All right, so now we're gonna add some big kicks, like a Bryson Tiller style kick. Let's hit Alt Q, quantize. I might swap out the sound because that sounds kind of like, even this sounds pretty dope. It's a little deep though. Let's try to tune it up. There we go. All right, now let's find some big kicks. We're gonna go to our blueprint kit at busyworksbeats.com/blueprint. There's some really heavy kicks in here in the style of The Weeknd. Let's use this one, perfect kick. Let's record this in. So it's boom, ta, 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 boom, 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 like that. All right, so we're gonna turn the kick down just so it doesn't clip in FL. So now we're starting to get that bounce through the contrast. I don't know if we're gonna use hi-hats on this track. Let's add a little reverb to our hand drum so that it has that same, in fact, we're gonna use the same reverb that we used over here, copy it over. We're gonna send the hand drum over to the reverb so it has the same vibe and timing. So we have two OVO presets. Let me see which one. This one's brighter though. I feel like the darker one more suitable. All right, so now we need like random accent sounds in here. Let's go back to Analog Lab. Let's see what we have in the bank so far. So that's a cool accent sound. So let's use a preset with multi-keys and just kind of add these little. So we're playing A, D to E, which is basically fifths. So there's just little things. Basically, the way this preset works is it has a sample and it does forward backward looping. Let's truncate this hand drum a little bit. All right, so now we basically have the majority of the music. What I like to do is group all the music MIDI, so all the bass, all the chords and everything, hit Control G so that it's in one pattern. And now we could transpose the entire thing. Let's right click over here in the pattern picker. We're gonna right click and transpose this up 3 semitones, down 3 semitones in negative values, just to try different keys. So this one sounds a little more animated. Now he's got to level out some of the sounds. So this, to my ear, sounds better than the original key, so that's why I like doing this. We could also right click and transpose. Let's do -6, so that will be -3 from where we started. It's a nice key too. So if we're going more introspective, I like this darker key, but I also like the other key. So now we just freestyle the vocal. So I don't even know what key we're in, so we need to figure out what key we're in. Let's open up Scalar. And let's see what key we could be in. So basically with this, we just click the notes we hear. Let's record this. So we're in F sharp minor, okay? A key that I'm not usually in. So F sharp minor will give us the auto tune scale. So let's go into auto tune, type in F sharp minor. All right, now I think in auto tune too, they have a vibrato thing. I forget how to set it up exactly, but there's definitely a vibrato here. It says natural vibrato, but there's a way you can exaggerate the vibrato. I forget exactly how to do it. It's been a minute since I used that feature, but basically I think in the graph mode, we can exaggerate vibratos probably in here. So let's just do auto mode because I don't remember how to do the vibrato part. But basically, it's the Post Malone vibrato effect. Let me see here. Oh, here's a tab, vibrato. Okay, here it is. I found it. So under the advanced, go to vibrato. And if I hold a note, I can mess with the vibrato. So let's do the shape. Let's do a sine wave. Okay, so the shape is on a sine wave. I'm trying to hold the note so it triggers the vibrato. I don't really hear it though. So we need to turn up the pitch variation. Okay, now we can start to hear it. So vibrato, it says random variation. We actually don't want random. So we want the pitch amount, how much we're actually changing the range. I still don't hear it though. Check. Oh, maybe because this is off. Check. Man, I'm gonna figure this out. All right. So, oh, the delay is on. Check. I still don't hear the vibrato. I don't know why I can't hear it. But anyway, vibrato is how Post Malone and PartyNextDoor get that like grippy sound. They'll mess with the vibrato. So it's not very clear how to do it, but it has to do with this knob in this area down here. So it says create vibrato. I don't know why it's not letting me hear it, but anyhow. And also to the formant knob I meant to mention. Now, normally I wouldn't mess with formant in auto-tune. I don't like the sound of it. There's another plugin called Waves Vocal Bender. But the problem is that plugin, to update Waves, you have to do all this stuff. So I don't have it. So let's turn off the formant. Okay, now I hear vibrato, which is weird. Okay, now I'm hearing it. So before I didn't hear it. So hear how it's adding it to my voice, even though I'm not doing it. Okay, so now we just got to come up with a good melody. Maybe I'm just singing too high. Okay, anyway, we could change the settings. Let's just hit record. We're just gonna mumble a melody in here. The vibrato's making this vocal sound crazy. All right, let me reload auto-tune because I don't know how to turn off the vibrato. It's just doing too much. It's kind of messing up my melody. Auto-tune Pro. Put this on low latency mode so you guys can record. F sharp minor. And that was throwing off my like perception of tuning. It was kind of throwing me off. All right, so you guys can mess with the vibrato till you get it right. Personally, I don't use it, but it is part of his sound.
I just got the dust living in the ditch. The ditch to religion. Shawty got a body, you know she kidding. Everybody watching, you know they feelings. Tell me that you own it, you know they with it. Couple million on me, you know he did it. Stacking G's, but all I know is money right. Passing pieces, that's just how you want it, baby. Oh no, diamonds in the wrist and couple fingers on the low. Keep a couple ends inside the bank in case they don't know. We was rolling heavy like a tank inside that Bruno. We was in that friggin' making hits just like a war zone. Shorty love is war, tell me how you do. When there is in stores, diamonds be up in the face, happy be up in this place. Westside they keep it a race.
All right, so that was a more cohesive melody, but you would have to sit there and write the lyrics so you guys could do all that for yourself. So vibrato was kind of messing me up. I don't know how to get the vibrato to sound good. So if anybody has a preset for it, share it in the comments.
I just got the dust living in the ditch.
I'm going to copy this over. This is not a vocal chain by any means because I'm not recording on my booth mic.
I just got the dust.
I'm recording on the desk mic, so this is not a vocal mixing tutorial. I'm just letting you guys know.
I just got the dust living in the ditch. The ditch to religion. Shawty got a body, you know she kidding. Everybody watching, you know they feelings. Tell me that you own it, you know they with it. Couple million on me, you know he did it. Stacking G's, but all I know is money right. Passing pieces, that's just how you want it, baby. Oh no, diamonds in the wrist and couple fingers on the.
I don't know how to turn off vibrato. I guess that's the knob.
I just got the dust living in the ditch.
Now it sounds out of key.
I just got the dust living in the ditch. The ditch to religion. Shawty got a body, you know she kidding. Everybody watching, you know they feelings. Tell me that you own it, you know they.
I don't know why my auto-tune sounds like it's out of key. I have no idea why this is all janky now. But let's just cut out some of the lows here.
I just got the dust living in the ditch. The ditch to religion. Shawty got a body, you know she kidding. Everybody watching, you know they feelings. Tell me that you own it.
Why does it sound out of key all of a sudden?
I just got the dust living in the ditch. The ditch to religion. Shawty got a body, you know she kidding. Everybody watching, you know they feelings.
All right, so I think I fixed it. Auto-tune gets a little quirky sometimes, y'all. All right, so let's send this to the reverb just so it has some kind of tail to it.
I just got the dust living in the ditch. The ditch to religion.
It's up the tail of the sound.
Shawty got a body, you know she kidding. Everybody watching, you know they feelings.
So now I'm extending the tail of the reverb to like 13 seconds, which is really long.
I just got the guns living in the ditch. The ditch to religion. Shawty got a body, you know she killing. Tell me that you own it, you know they with it. Couple million on me, you know he did it. Stacking G, but all I know is money right. Massive bases, that's just how you want it, baby. Oh no.
So now it's just about making things stand out in the mix. So let's mix this a little.
Keep a couple inside the making, if they don't know. We was rolling heavy like a tank inside that Bruno. We was in that friggin' making hits just like a war zone. Shorty love is war. Tell me how you do. When everything stores, diamonds be up in the face. Happy be up in.
You know what? I forgot there's a plugin called Lil Alter Boy. Now, normally I would use Melodyne. I would not use Lil Alter Boy, but it just helps. Where's it at? Lil Alter Boy. So it just helps to hear some formant to the vocal. So this is basically pitch bending it like this, or it's going to sound like a squeaky toy.
I just got the guns living in the ditch.
So we're going to do that just a little bit.
The ditch to religion. Shawty got a body, you know she killing. Everybody watching, you know they feelings. Tell me that you own it, you know they with it. So that metallic sound you guys are hearing is from auto-tune. Something about the formant just sounds really bad on auto-tune. It has this like metallic sound. I just got the guns living in the ditch. The ditch to religion. Shawty got a body, you know she killing. Everybody watching, you know they feelings. Tell me that you own it, you know they with it. Couple million on me, you know he did it. Stacking G, but all I know is money right. Passing faces, that's just how you want it, baby. Oh no. Diamonds in the wrist and hopper players on the low.
So now we need to make the sound separate.
Making if they don't know. We was rolling heavy like a tank inside that Bruno. We was in that friggin' making hits just like a war zone. Shorty love is war. Tell me how you do. When everything stores, diamonds be up in the face. Happy be up in the face. Westside they keep it a race. I don't run on. I just got the guns living.
Alright, so I'm just gonna mix.
I just got the guns living in the ditch. The ditch to religion. Shawty got a body, you know she killing. Everybody watching, you know they feelings. Tell me that you own it, you know they with it. Couple million on me, you know he did it. Stacking G, but all I know is money right. Passing faces, that's just how you want it, baby. Oh no. Diamonds in the wrist and hopper players on the low. Keep a couple inside the making if they don't know. We was rolling heavy like a tank inside that Bruno. We was in that friggin' making hits just like a war zone. Shorty love is war. Tell me how you do. When everything stores, Diamonds be up in the face, happy be up in this place. West side they keep it a race. I don't wanna know.
So I'm going to go back to the sound itself and shape the filter a little bit.
I just got the lost living in the ditch. Not the district religion. Shawty got a body, you know she killing. Everybody watching, you know they feelings. Tell me that you own it, you know they with it. Couple ringing on me, you know he did it. Stacking G's, but all I know is money rain. Passive bases, that's just how you want it, baby. Oh no. Diamonds in the wrist and upper fingers on the low. Keep a couple inches out the making, cause they don't know. We was rolling heavy like a tank inside that Bruno. We was in that bringing, making hits just like a war zone. Shorty love is war, tell me how you do.
Now for this mix, I think it needs a little more distortion, but in a very subtle way. So I love this plugin called Michelangelo. It has a nice tube saturation sound.
I just got
it might work, it might not work for this track. It just depends.
I just got the lost living in the ditch.
See that ripple sound?
I just got the lost living in the ditch. Not the district religion. Shawty got a body, you know she killing. Everybody watching, you know they feelings. Tell me that you own it, you know they with it. Couple ringing on me, you know he did it. Stacking G's, but all I know is money rain. Passive bases, that's just how you want it, baby. Oh no. Diamonds in the wrist and upper fingers on the low. Keep a couple inches out the making, cause they don't know. We was rolling heavy like a tank inside that Bruno. We was in that bringing, making hits just like a war zone. Shorty love is war, tell me how you do. When everything stars, diamonds be up in the face, happy be up in this place. West side they keep it a race. I don't know.
So I added a filter to the bass.
I just got the lost living in the ditch. Not the district religion. Shawty got a body, you know she killing. Everybody watching, you know they feelings. Tell me that you own it, you know they with it. Couple ringing on me, you know he did it. Stacking G's, but all I know is money rain. Passive bases, that's just how you want it, baby. Oh no. Diamonds in the wrist and upper fingers on the low. Keep a couple inches out the making, cause they don't know. We was rolling heavy like a tank inside that Bruno. We was in that bringing, making hits just like a war zone. Shorty love is war, tell me how you do. When everything stars, diamonds be up in the face, happy be up in this place. West side they keep it a race. I don't know. Shawty got a body, you know she get it. Everybody watching, you know they feelings. Tell me that you own it, you know they with it. Couple million on me, you know he did it. Stacking G's, but all I know is money, right? Massive pieces, that's just how you want it, baby. Oh no, diamonds in the wrist and upper fingers on the low low. Keep a couple ends inside the making, cause they don't know. We was rolling heavy like a tank inside that Bruno. We was in it, fucking making hits just like a war zone. Shorty love is raw, tell me how you do. When everything stars, diamonds be up in the face, happy be up in this place. West side they keep it a race.
So I'm going to take out the bass, and I think there's a pattern we had that had the original full chords in it. All right, so I've copied the original one and pitched it down 3. So now we're in the right key. And this will clear up some of the sonic space.
This your religion. Shawty got a body, you know she get it. Everybody watching, you know they feelings. Tell me that you own it, you know they with it. Couple million on me, you know he did it. Stacking G's, but all I know is money, right? Passing pieces, that's just how you want it, baby. Oh no, diamonds in the wrist and upper fingers on the low low. Keep a couple ends inside the making, cause they don't know. We was rolling heavy like a tank inside that Bruno. We was in it, fucking making hits just like a war zone. Shorty love is war, tell me how you do. When everything stars, diamonds be up in the face, happy be up in this place. West side they keep it a race.
So here's another plugin, Micro Shift, I meant to add to widen out the vocal. It's also a Travis Scott vocal technique.
I just got the lost living in the ditch. That this your religion. Shawty got a body, you know she get it. Everybody watching, you know they feelings. Tell me that you own it, you know they with it. Couple million on me, you know he did it. Stacking G's, but all I know is money, right? Passing pieces, that's just how you want it, baby. Oh no, diamonds in the wrist and upper fingers on the low low. Keep a couple ends inside the making, cause they don't know. We was rolling heavy like a tank inside that Bruno. We was in that fucking making hits just like a war zone. Shorty love is war, tell me how you do. When everything stars, diamonds be up in the face, happy be up in this place. West side they keep it a race.
So I just added a collab from the Roland TR 808, ran it through reverb to give it a tone.
I just got the love living in ditch. Living out that this true religion. Shawty got a body,
You know she killing. Everybody watching, you know they feeling it. Tell me that you own it, you know they with it. Tough on ringing on me, you know he did it. Stacking G, but all I know is running rain. Passive faces, that's just how you want it, baby. Oh no.
diamonds in the wrist and Apple Pay on the low low. Keep a couple inches out the making if they don't know. We was rolling heavy like a tank inside that Rolo. We was in that boogie making hits just like a war zone. Shorty love is war. Tell me how you do when it rains in stores. Diamonds be up in the face, heavy be up in the face. West side and keep it in race.
All right, so that is the track. I want to thank you guys for watching. To get these project files for free, just go to busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.